Today, from FedEx Field in Landover,
we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue. And the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by. Your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they? Yep.
He's coming. Check him. Check him. Here we go. Here we go.
let's go, hey.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Here's the 2nd and 7. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect. Perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
How about how everyone's handling nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll just get rid of it.
Let's go, let's go. That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to know.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first great initial field position. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to decide their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm. Any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Cowboy 80. Check back 21. Hurt.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go now.
Check, Bobcat, Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw again. He's got a man. That's caught. Left side. Touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Nighthawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They'll try and throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again. 48-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now, and it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Nighthawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make...
And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Trips over here. There's overload. Check 24, check 24.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Back to throw again.
Check.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Nighthawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'd be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 2-point conversions, and now they're up 24-0, so essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trying to kick her out there.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here.
I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Come on. Mike 5. Mike 5. Hey, let's get this.
Back to throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And not the 1st quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now back to throw. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Nighthawks have opened the lead up to 30. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got 4.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Get in the weight room. Check the hot read.
They're going to look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with the pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
By 5. Oh, you got deep?
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up to 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And this offense on third down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's only had a couple of carries, but when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. You're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Nighthawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Silver. Check 22.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.
Come on, baby. Let's go do this.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
34's the mic, 34.
He'll look to throw.
I'm here all day.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the flop. So that'll come back to the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Nighthawks extend their lead yet again. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it. But think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
All day, every
he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
By 5, by 5. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Find the mic. Hey, hey, go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Mike 5. Mike 5. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let go.
2nd and 6. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I'm trying to collect. Mike 5. Mike 5. Come on, D.
Back to throw now on first down. McKinnon here, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Go. Check 49, check 49.
And my goodness, another interception. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Ready, go.
This is caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Nighthawks are pouring it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception.
Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Mike 5. Mike 5. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Don't be scared.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Mike 5. Mike 5. D. Mike 5. Mike 5. Come, boys.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Key to tight end. Even. 4 down. Even. Check safety.
Out of the gun now on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board.
Okay,
Give
ready?
them any type of a spark, anything
Street.
to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that.
Let's go.
The fallback is to get through. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Covered. Mike 5.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
I'm coming after you.
Second and 4. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And they will remain well behind.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up in great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try to get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And that one will go down in the books as just a 1-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And at the break, it is the Chargers who are out in front.
Justin Herbert with a touchdown pass.
From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers.
Bryan Edwards.
2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Patrick Mahomes, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles.
The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Let's go. Let's do it. Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's see what you got.
Ready.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's a really nice play. Be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. Get people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
Hurt. Right there, Hurt.
Pick it up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Check three.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Check back 21.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Nighthawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ballgame.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But
drive the Washington offense.
Mike 5. Here we go. Five's the mic.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
18 Cardinal.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Mike 5. Stop your whining. Mike 5.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Get him, boy.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
4 down, 4 down. Mike 5, Mike 5. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag?
You just want to get out of here.
Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. And on now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington ready to try again on offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And now here's a carry heading left. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Hey.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
Come on.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is
minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Go.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
4 down. Check.
And second and 10. He'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Nighthawks just continue to roll.
Keep it rolling, baby. Keep it rolling.
Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well,
this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Switch. My five.
On the ball.
Watch twitch.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll look to throw again.
Here we go.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Nighthawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Got it. Ready?
Now
Hey,
Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2.
Check. Fresno.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No. Okay.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Second down and 7. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On third down, he'll drop the throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
SOS.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Hey, 70 Lions! Hey, watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Five's the mic! Five's the mic!
Second and 5. And the short one here complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide it. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
My five!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
My five!
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Five's the mic. Army.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 2 now, second and goal. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Let's get it.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. And a dangerous throw there incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll drop the throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And now here is another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. So he'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He's got a man. That's caught. Touchdown. Here we go. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Nighthawks are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
18 Cardinals.
All day, defense.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the 1st. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Yo.
Like 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. If you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
He certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check.
Now back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Let's go.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Come on, come on. Hey, 70 Lions.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Nighthawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Here we go, Shaq.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size and victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need.
Here we go.
Instead,
Here we go.
they go for it,
Here we
get
go.
2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taking all the way back to the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT returned for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing deep moments and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Mike 34, Mike 34.
They'll set up to throw. For Kinner here, it's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. looking to throw.
Tighten up, tighten up. Get that quarterback!
And that is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll look to throw here on first down. High throw, but the catch is made.
Now, faster.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, no. You and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy football.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
He'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken to the 25. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
On the ball, now.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning it in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we got a lot of turnovers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense.